The following recordings detail the activities of a government agency that officially does not exist. Since 1928, they have protected humanity from the forces of darkness, with honor, but without glory. Declassified recently, these files have become known as the Danger Files. The year is 1998. A strange van has turned up at Platt Air Force Base in the remote state of Nebraska, and it is down to 3 people to try and figure out what's going wrong, 2 of which have just been placed on guard duty, and 1 of which is apparently invisible as he lies in the morning sun. Welcome to the Danger Files. My name is Dan Thompson, and I will be your handler. It's our Delta Green show for episode 3. Hello, everyone!
Hey!
Oh, that intro gets longer every week. Taking up a lot of lung capacity now to...
Well, I mean, it's had 2 weeks to brew, so it's just sort of like...
It's because I can't be bothered to make full recaps, so I'm just like, if I just say it, that saves me a job this week. That's an easy edit. We're into it now, everyone. We're starting to find some strange things going on. You've certainly gotten the ire of Major Jones. He is not a fan of the 3 of you insubordinate fellows. How dare you?
I mean, it's always I was going to say, like, the challenges of playing this scenario and in this environment. Like, when you're part of the military again, it's just sort of like, what are you doing? I order you to do something else. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
That's the military.
Yeah.
Rather than just be like, no, fuck you. We're like, well, that's no. You're a soldier.
You're now in a small room for the next week.
Yes, that's it. You're on latrine duty for the rest of the game. Like, cool, man. How are you finding it, Dan?
I feel it's unlikely any of us would have gotten very far at military school. I can very much see Ross as being someone who has to turn in a history assignment by a certain time, otherwise he's getting to spend the summer at military school, and so he's got to go on a time-travelling adventure. Yeah. That's about as close as I think any of us get to the armed forces.
Yeah, I think if it was going to happen, they had to get me quite young, which is true anyway, but like, I didn't mind following the rules and sort of like, doing what I was told, but yeah, quite quickly as I got in my 20s, I started being like, yeah, fuck that. Gotta go do something else.
No, I'm the same. I think if I'd gone there when I was young, I would have been stuck in there. I was far too much of I said, good morning, sir, to every teacher in the hall, and I was far too rule-abiding as a kid. I would be a 4-star general by now.
Oh, my goodness.
Instead of, an unemployed actor doing a podcast.
What might have been General O'Connor. Could have been a great thing.
It kind of suits your headset as well, so you can't, you dear viewers, you can't see, but Jerry's wearing a very fetching sort of headset with a little sort of like gaming mic as well. It looks very professional. You look like you're about to order an airstrike or something like that. Yeah. Whereas Ross looks like an unemployed Floridian.
Yeah, we could see Ross's nipple a moment ago.
Yeah, he got his nipple out for us all, like, just casually. Yeah,
there it is
again.
Yeah.
I would like sanity checks from James, Jerry, and me, please.
I can tell you right now, I failed that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can never be adapted to the unnatural, regardless of how many times you roll. It's always a weird thing to talk about, like, conspiracy theories and, like, ideas of the unknown. When we're talking about these kind of National Enquirer weird sort of stories like that, because it used to be that they're just sort of the fun, kooky stories. And now conspiracy theories are kind of like, I think pedophiles are secretly running the government, and that's why I got fired from my job where I didn't show up. It's kind of a really dark, nasty, icky thing now. But I have a soft spot for those kind of the Men in Black kind of tales of the unknown, weird things, like, is there a Bigfoot? Is there a, weird stuff like that, and lights in the sky, cattle mutilations, the sort of stuff that has been seen around this area, apparently. Were any of you into these kind of stories when you were younger? Or are you still?
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is that they're eternally appealing, because, let's face it, life on the whole is fairly dull. for most people. We don't live sort of champagne lives. So anything that's like, ooh, exciting lights in the sky or things like that, this is going to be appealing. I draw the line at the lizard people.
Yeah.
Because that's basically actually fundamentally people can't accept that humans are shit. And that there are people in control who literally, I don't care. It's like, no, because humans couldn't be that evil. I think they're lizard people. It's like, no, man, just some humans are shit.
Yeah, and according to that theory, their headquarters is in Chatham House in St. James's Square in central London. So you can go in and you can go to the building where apparently the lizard people are running the world.
Wow.
Evidence that conspiracy theory was not invented by people who lived in London, because you can just look in the window and you can see that.
Yeah, you go in there's a lizard woman at the front desk just going, "Hello, do you have an appointment?"
Yeah, it's trying to type.
Trying to say, you get sticky pads on her hands so it just can't quite type properly. This is entirely illegible. How are we going to rule the world with typing like this?
I've always been interested in like Area 51 and all that sort of stuff. Because it's always that thing of like the unknown is like no one knows what's there. Us schlubs don't know anything about what's there. It'll be people that like even step a foot into Area 51 and there's immediately like security guards that come out and go, "We're going to shoot you if you don't go away," or they arrest them. Yeah, that's always interesting.
Well, I think that it behooves the government to not disprove that we've got secret alien tech, you rusky dogs, somewhere. Yeah, we've got it. You have it. Whereas actually, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of top secret stuff, but it'll be old prototypes, old tech.
Yeah, completely.
Stuff that they've developed, which is still really cool and really interesting.
I mean, the US government did declassify a lot of UFO things in the last couple of years, but they were all badly filmed, and no one ever seems to be good at filming things when UFOs are nearby. Because I remember being fascinated by the video of the alien autopsy in Roswell, and you'd always see those photographs, those black and white grainy photographs of the grey aliens being dissected. But it's not occurred to me since the age of the internet to actually look for that actual video. Because I remember it was a videotape you could send off for, but I've never actually tried to find that videotape. I'm sure it must be there. What's it like? And do they show what's happening in this alien autopsy, which went quite quiet once we
Let's ask Google.
Didn't it turn out to be fake? Because
it was a weather balloon. I think that was officially it was a weather balloon. Those weather balloons are very large and alien-like.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost did a film of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that is but I don't know. I did love those Bat Boy. Remember Bat Boy in the National Enquirer?
Yes.
Anyone Bat Boy? That picture of Bat Boy in the whatever happened to Bat Boy?
Yeah.
And then Bigfoots. I mean, have you ever heard of Bigfoot? Have you heard of a Bigfoot vocalization? The sound of a Bigfoot is very distinct.
Is it?
It is, yeah. It sounds a bit... I'm going to move away from the mic a little bit.
Okay.
So a Bigfoot, according to Bigfoot experts, sounds a bit like this. It goes... "Ah! Ah!" And if you ever listen to it, you can go to websites and you can hear Bigfoot vocalizations, and that's the sound of them. They sound like that. They sound like shrieking, and it is amazing. I was looking at them quite recently, actually. There's a woman, I think, somewhere in America, who was convinced that Bigfoot was braiding the hair on her horse's head, as apparently one of the things Bigfoots like to do is to braid horsehair. So they snuck into her field and they braided the hair, and she was quite happy with it. She was quite happy with the idea that the Bigfoot was getting its weaving, its need to weave out of its head, I guess. The need to weave. Well, the best recent story of the unidentified is last year in Poland there was a woman, and she was convinced it was an alien life form in the tree outside her apartment block. And she didn't leave the house for 2 or 3 days. And eventually the fire brigade were called, and it was, anyone want to hazard a guess of what it was in the tree?
Was it like...
It was a croissant. Yeah. And she'd been stuck in her house for 3 days. Because it was a croissant in the tree. Yeah. And that's why I love the unexplained, because it's always genuinely hilarious.
Yeah, that's incredible. I love that.
We've got, in Scotland, it's the Loch Ness as well, Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
People still think that that's real.
Probably quite old by now.
Yeah.
And I think it's, obviously, back the spread of information and also technology and things. So now everyone's got phones, because there used to be a lot more photographs of UFOs and stuff. But now people have got phones. It's like, I mean, literally every square inch of the sky has cameras trained at it somewhere at some point, because everyone takes videos of everything, and yet still none. And another one actually is, despite all of the the methodologies and the theories and stuff like that, there has not been one single shred of evidence for ghosts. Not one. Actual evidence, like ectoplasm, photographs, sound. No, none of it. It's just an excuse for a bunch of mates to go in a creepy house late at night and do little salt circles and things like that. But there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever.
I used to do storytelling years ago, like back when we were first starting our acting careers. And one of my gigs was ghost storytelling for St. John's Ambulance. They'd do like a charity event where they'd hire out some kind of famously haunted building, and they'd invite ghost detectors in, and people would pay to come on this sort of night where they'd go ghost hunting. And as part of it, I would tell some ghost stories at different spooky places around there. And on one of the nights, I was walking around just trying to get my story right in my head, and wandered into just some attic room upstairs where I'm walking around just kind of going through my lines. And what I didn't know was that was one of the rooms that they'd set up hidden cameras to try and track if there was ghost activity. And so a couple of minutes after I wandered in there, a couple of incredibly excited looking people holding little monitors burst in. And we're like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were a ghost. And just skulked off again.
The poor things.
I know.
I tell you what, ghost tours, I did a walking tour, like, the horror one, and they're so difficult because you're like, some say that when the moon is nigh and she appears in that window, but she's not there right now. So let's move on. And everything, it's all the same, like, oh yes, apparently down this corridor people have heard the screams of the girl who was throttled, but not right now.
But not right.
Yeah, I think there's a Fast Show sketch of that, I think, or something, a sketch of them. We're like, yes, some say you can hear the screams, but not today.
And it is. I was like, I did it once, or I think twice. I was just like, God, this is hard. Because it was like
quite disappointing. It's like Jurassic Park. It's the beginning of Jurassic Park with nothing actually showing up.
Yes.
It's just a goat.
With history tours or whatever, you can be like, and here is the building, or this is where this happened. But, oh yeah, but with ghosts, it's like, well, can I see it? It's like, no.
Nope.
They don't exist.
That's the entire point.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's talk about a group of people who are trying to make you not see things that don't exist. Or do they? Getting better at the links, guys. I'm getting better.
Nice.
We'll pick up on Platt Air Force Base. You guys are pretty rebellious. Flake Piffkin, Norman Tully, and Pete Whiplash Yeager. You didn't seem to like Major Jones' authority. You've gotten into a few little scrapes going on there. Jones is onto you. He thinks you're trying to spy on the van. He thinks you're trying to buck his orders. He's not a fan. Carlos Herrera is now not a fan of Yeager. He's got an eye. He's got an eye for you. Brian Sieber, old Airman Sieber. I wouldn't say he's not a fan. He's pretty scared of all three of you after you threw him out of the mess. There's still a sink full of grits. Old Theodore LaCroix, he's on the maintenance guy. He's still around. You've met him. You haven't really chatted to him too much. You met Byron Long, the technical sergeant Byron Long from Sweden. Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty paranormal. Like, what is the Swedish guy doing on it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's him.
Whoa. Maybe he's the one in the van.
Yeah, maybe he's an alien in disguise.
It's not. You just have Stockholm Syndrome.
Whoa.
Hey.
Road through the flare. So, as a reminder of what happened last time, Yeager and Piffkin got chewed out by Major Jones for trying to spy on the guys in the van. It seems like you got spotted, and the guys in the van called over to the admin building and told the Major, and he came driving right over, and he's read the riot act to two of you and has sent you off to go and take up guard duty over at the guard hut. However, old Norman Tully, Airman First Class Norman Tully, was so stealthy, or at least Major Jones was so bad at looking, that managed to avoid notice by lying on the floor and has been left behind in the hot afternoon sun. I wonder what the weather is like over there at the moment.
Well, it's like 3 o'clock, so it's probably still hot, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should imagine so, yeah.
You can't even look up the town you're in because you have to find the weather, or the town you're nearest, because it is a real place, Marion, but it is so small. It's an unincorporated town, which I think unincorporated towns are really interesting. Unincorporated towns are towns that are basically literally off the grid.
Wow.
They don't have access to they don't have running water or electricity provided by the state. They're just on their own.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they haven't been put on the map.
Exactly.
Which happens to many things in many works of fiction. Things are put on the map because they weren't on the map before.
They're a long, they're a long way away. So I'll give you an idea, Ross, because it's the 22nd of August, so we can look up the weather in Nebraska right now on the 22nd of August to get an idea of what it is like for you. And I can tell you it is about 32 degrees and sunny.
Okay, cool. So it's quite hot.
It's it's pretty hot.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
You're just lying there on the...
Only wearing a white shirt as well.
Yeah. And a tie as well.
So, while the other two are travelling while the other two are jogging off to the other side of the base to get back to where they're going to be on guard duty, let's stick with Tully. What's the plan while you've been left lying on your own in the dirt?
I guess just because I don't think I can sneak round and see what's in the actual van, because the chances of me getting under a 10 again are very slim. So
they're very low, and once you start getting closer, it's going to get much harder to sneak.
Yeah.
To get much closer than this, and it's quite hard. Like, you rolled very well on it helps that your alertness is really good, and you roll pretty well on that to be able to spot, even though you kind of got no binoculars or anything. You're able to have a pretty good look from there. Are you just going to try and stay put for as long as you can?
Yeah, let's just. I'll keep a watch on what they're doing.
Okay.
What's happening, and if anything's changing.
Yeah. Give me a con times 5 roll. Constitution times 5. I want to see how long you can lie in the sun without starting to really
I've
feel the
get
effects
under
of it.
80.
Oh, wow.
Because my con times 5 is 80.
Oh, wow. Okay, you've got a crazy con. Oh, no.
85.
Oh no. Oh, you catch fire and burn to death. Oh. No, so you...
it's only 5 over a fail, right?
No, that's fine. So you lie there for another, say, 30, 40 minutes just watching, and nothing happens. Like, the guys are just standing there keeping watch. Occasionally they'll kind of walk back and forth, just keeping an eye out, but they basically aren't doing very much. You, at one point, see another person wearing a lab coat and also wearing a helmet, just like the two guides are, like a big astronaut-style helmet, or metal helmet with a visor. You see them come out of the van, walk around, check something on one of the grounding strips, and then go back around the other side. So that's the only extra thing you see. But after about 40 minutes, you are just sweating buckets. Your shirt is drenched. You have forgotten to bring any water with you. You are just like feeling woozy from the heat.
Oh, God, it's so hot. Oh. You start sticking his inhaler.
You take your inhaler. Give me a sanity check while you're just lying. Yeah, I want to see if anything weird happens to you in the sun.
76.
76 over. Okay, so that is a fail. Give me a luck roll. So just roll a D100. We want to get over 50.
Okay, so I got 0 and then a 7.
Okay, which one was your tens? Because one is tens, one is 100. Like, one is tens, one is units. So it's either a 70 or it's 7.
And what do I need?
You want under 50.
Then okay, yeah. Yeah. So the one that makes it 70, yeah.
Okay. It's a fail. So you lose 1 sanity point. As you're lying there in the hot sun, watching it, as you kind of look up, you can see some little motes of light just start dancing in front of your eyes, like little fireflies that just start sort of swirling around in front of your eyes. And as you kind of look around, they're all kind of swirling around your head. These little lights just kind of leaving glittery trails around you.
Oh, it's the aliens. The aliens have come.
As you kind of...
That's quite a jump of deduction there, but yeah.
I mean, he's fucking got heat stroke, so he's probably...
As you start sort of sitting up and looking around, the guys by the van immediately spot you. And one of the guys yell over and go, "Hey! What the hell are you doing over here? Get out of here!"
Oh, aliens! Take me to your leader!
They both raise their guns.
I mean you no harm!
This area is classified. Walk away now.
I do not speak your language, alien Ray.
You're gonna get shot. You're literally gonna get shot.
Wow, okay. 1 mark off his sanity meter and that's it. I mean, you've so much more left, but no.
At a breaking point of 1.
Okay. Oh. And then I sort of come to.
Okay, the moats start to disappear as you sort of stand there.
Oh, sorry, I got heat stroke, which makes me think that everyone's aliens.
Walk away now, both of them say, point the guns. One of them says, they don't both say it in unison, they're not like a close part harmony.
All right, yes, sir. I mean, if you're... what rank are you? Do I call you sir?
Yeah, you call me sir.
Okay, sir, I will walk away now. He turns around and starts to walk.
Start walking, like, off into the desert. Like...
Oh.
Meanwhile...
That was successful.
We'll come back to poor Tully in a bit. Meanwhile, let's pick up with Yeager and Piffkin. After your long jog, you finally make it back to the. You finally make it to the main guard hut at the front of the base, where.
Yeah, that's a pretty refreshing run.
Yeah.
Byron.
I think a bit of blood just came out.
Byron and Seba are both there on guard duty currently. Both of them are standing on either side of the main gate, holding rifles. Not Byron, Long rather. Sergeant Long from Sweden and Airman Seba from the 1950s. They both kind of turn as the two of you kind of jog up.
We're here.
Oh, are you all right? You look pretty.
I feel like shit.
Look like you need a cold glass of sarsaparilla.
You say sarsaparilla?
Yeah, it sounds like that's what you need.
Do you have some sarsaparilla?
No, I haven't got anything on me.
Oh, fuck you then.
He kind of takes a step back, like, really hurt. He's like, oh.
Isn't that against regulations not to keep your regulations sarsaparilla on you at all times? It's the rules of the base.
I don't really know
every
about
man,
that.
woman, and child on this base has to have sarsaparilla on them at all times.
Oh, I just look. I don't want any trouble. Sorry,
Yeah.
I mean, why would you have sarsaparilla? I mean,
I don't know. I don't understand the rules very much. The rules are confusing to me.
give me a gun. And your badge. You're off the case. We're taking her from guard duty.
Yeah, we're taking guard duty.
So you're gonna miss out on the poker game.
Yeah, he's a real hot ass. CO's made us do this. Because we were out there looking at that weird van.
The weird van is sort of glowing.
Yeah, glowing van.
People with big heads.
What do you mean he's glowing?
And yeah, these two soldiers with really big helmets.
Big heads, like, you know. Big heads.
I've got a real phobia of big heads. I don't mind telling you that.
Okay.
It's all big helmets out there.
Of course I'm going to stay away from the van. I don't want any trouble.
I'll give you a gun.
Give us our guns.
He nervously he checks his gun, checks the safety is on, and then presents it to you. And then takes his sidearm, does the same, and he hands it. So he hands this over to Piffkin, Long is staring at you, Jerry. He's staring at Yeager. He's still kind of just holding his gun. He's just kind of staring at you and just kind of looking quite intensely.
What are you staring at, Long?
You get the feeling, because you've got 60 alertness, haven't you? Both of you have got stupidly high alertness. He's staring quite intensely at your cigarette. I'm just assuming you have a cigarette.
Yeah,
I just assume you have a cigarette at all times.
Yeah.
He's just kind of staring at the cigarette. It's like, sorry, I was not paying attention. And just
What's wrong with you?
no, just momentary lapse of concentration. Do you have a cigarette?
I just in my mouth. Can't you see it?
No, I mean,
You want another cigarette?
I would like a smoke.
You can't have one. Get your own fucking cigarettes.
You can have one of mine if you want. I smoke, but it does nothing for my nerves. All right, I take a cigarette. He takes it. He says, do you have a light?
Give him a light, Piffkin.
All right. I do have a light, actually. It's got a little Zippo. Just goes, lights a cigarette.
As you light the cigarette, you see him staring at the flame. Like, he doesn't lean in with the cigarette to it. He just watches the flame for a bit.
What's going on? I move the Zippo. He moves the Zippo sort of thing to see what he does in his head.
Yeah, his eyes follow the light for a bit. And then he kind of starts to reach a hand out towards the fire.
Yo, what are you doing? You're going to burn your fingers, boy.
He's like, sorry. What come over me?
Listen, kid, I think you should quit. And he takes the cigarette off him, sticks his own mouth and lights his life. It's a bad habit.
Kind of shakes his head and is like, okay. And he, as if he's kind of like remembering where he is, just like shakes his head and then safeties the gun and hands you the rifle and hands you the sidearm. And the two of them kind of like, looks like we in the poker game after all. Oh, I'm gonna win a lot of money. Well,
have fun, boys.
You keep an eye out there. You see any more strange vans? You let us know.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
The two of them kind of just sort of walk off back towards the base. You see, we're like, what the hell came over you? What's all that about?
What the fuck was that all about?
I don't know. Something up with that kid.
The thing I don't understand is we saw both of them about half an hour ago. How long have they been on guard duty for?
Oh, yeah, that's a point. Literally just saw them about 20 minutes ago doing other things. Well, guard duty doesn't last very long around here.
So while you're stuck there, Tully, we got a bit of a situation here. Your best friends, as mechanically your best friend is one of your bonds.
Yeah.
Yeager and Piffkin are now stuck on guard duty and are likely to miss the poker game, the best night of the whole week, which is not a great thing for a good friend of yours to have to go through. That can't be fun. How are you feeling about the idea you might not have your friends there for the poker game?
Yeah, pretty like they're my safety blanket. So like I don't really get on with anyone else in the base, and these two are the only ones that I sort of ever speak to. And obviously, yeah, so I'm a bit worried.
As you get back towards the base, you could hear the sound of raised voices from over near the administration building. You hear somebody. It's really easy when you guys all have a really high alertness, because I can just tell you stuff that's happening. There's no like roll to find out, roll to progress the story. It's like, no, you're just aware. You can hear a voice going, I'm sick of his shit. I'm sick of this. He's always undermining me. Telling me to do this, telling me I gotta go out on errands, telling me I gotta move around, I gotta strip the trucks down, I gotta redo the trucks. I've had enough of this. I didn't get into this to get ignored like that. He hasn't read any of my reports. Do you know? Has he read my reports? Has he even talked about it? And then you can hear a woman's voice saying, calm down. Just settle down, all right? He's very busy right now. He hasn't got a chance to look at any of this. All right? You're not the only person on this base. As you get a little closer, you can see a couple of new characters. You can see Senior Airman Joshua Uchek. And he's arguing with Senior Airman Alicia Geiger. That's an interesting. In the Air Force, the rank is airman. Regardless of gender, the rank is airman. Alicia Geiger she's the head of administration. So she's kind of the assistant to the major. She is the gatekeeper to the major's time. She also controls the switchboard, which has the only off-base line. If you want to make a call off-base, you got to go through Geiger. If you want to get to the major, you got to go through Geiger. And she is famously very difficult to deal with. But as you come around the thing, you can see that they are standing outside the administration building. Geiger is standing with her back to it, with her arms folded. And Utek is really angry, properly yelling at her as you approach. Do you want to involve yourself, or...?
He looks at Utek. He stops, looks at Utek, looks at Geiger as well. What does he do? Do they see me looking?
Yeah, they appear. Utek kind of looks over it and goes, "What are you looking at, nerd?"
Nothing. Nothing.
Why don't you go back to the control tower?
You... Why don't you... Yes, sir.
Yeah, he takes a step towards you as you start talking.
Yeah, I shuffle away from the situation.
As you shuffle away, he turns back towards Geiger, and he's like, "And another thing, I keep trying to survive." And Geiger shut the office door in his face. He's like, hey, don't you slam that door. And he just starts hammering on the door for a bit, and then just throws his arms up and starts walking away, cursing and swearing to himself under his breath. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your time? You've got you have some duties.
I mean, we know what he's going to go and do with his time.
So, how long have I been away from the guys?
Sort of 40 minutes of lying in the dirt, and then the time it's taken you to walk back. So it's probably been about an hour since you saw the other two.
Okay, I head to the hangar where I've got the little cupboard in which I have Microsoft Flight Simulator 98. So I head to the hangar and I walk past this huge plane that's in there. I head to the back of the hangar towards the sort of store cupboard. I get a key out from my pocket and I open the door, and in this there's mops and brooms and things, and there's some various other things that would be in a stock cupboard, various plane parts, nuts and bolts, spanners and things. And then right at the back there is a desktop computer on a really dusty bench. There's a cover over it though, so I pull the cover off and then I boot it up with Windows 98 currently installed on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, that's where I spend all my money.
Boom, boom.
And that's what I do. Yeah, and then I click on Microsoft
Flight Simulator.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm getting serious flashbacks here. I'm back in the night.
It's making that hard drive ticking sound.
Yeah.
Do you have the desktop with the green field and the blue sky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And that's what I spend.
That's your stealth. Imagine if you're trying to surreptitiously go on the internet and you've got the modem noise booting up.
I was going to do that, but I'll wait.
Okay. You're going to wait till you go on the internet. You don't need the internet to play Flight Simulator. It's the
no,
90s.
I know,
you
but
don't have
I've
to
got something else that I do.
Something you want to do.
Okay. I chat to someone.
So you start playing Flight Simulator. Which airport are you going to try flying from?
I click from... I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many airports they had in Microsoft Flight Simulator 98.
It's over 300. We watched the trailer.
Okay.
They're all rendered in beautiful polygon graphics.
I'm gonna fly from. I'm gonna fly from Heathrow.
Right.
I guess Heathrow was around.
It's a famous airport. Yeah, Heathrow.
Yeah.
There's no Terminal 5 yet, but yeah, you can...
Yeah, I'll fly from Heathrow to Edinburgh.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's getting real exotic.
Yeah.
dreaming of European holidays.
All right.
I guess it's just because of that sun. He wants some rain. Rain.
All right. It's now okay. And then I put like a pair of head, like an old dusty pair of like headphones,
Like a
that they
headset
use.
that you've nicked from the control tower.
Yeah. And I go, all right, air traffic controller. This is flight man. This is flight man.
He's a flight man.
This is flight man. Tully from Heathrow. And flight B1A326 requesting permission to depart. And then he puts on a smaller voice and he goes, another voice. Yeah, this is Urbay. You can head off on runway number 5683. You're clear to go.
And this is it, everyone. This is the podcast.
Yeah,
we'll be leaving Ross for the next 5 hours.
This is me.
Your audio just flying to Heathrow to Edinburgh.
Oh gosh, Ross. Ross, can I have a piloting check?
Yes, you can.
See how well you do at your game.
So my piloting is 60.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I got 84.
Oh.
No.
I crashed the plane immediately. I just drive it into a Polygon wall on of the airport. Oh, dang.
You take off and then immediately just nosedive the plane into the M25. There's just Polygon cars just bloom, bloom, just crashing around.
Polygon people are just on fire.
Why did they program this?
Of Flight Simulator 98. People, cars, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even get an explosion, you just would stop.
Should we look at the clouds? No, we need tiny Polygon people on fire. That's what we need in this game. To really give that impact, kind of.
Why is the fire so realistic?
Yeah.
Oh dear, there is a knock at the door just as you crash the plane.
Hello? Oh, wait, I should have just not said anything. Oh, shit.
I see somebody in there.
Yeah, this is just... he hurriedly puts like a cover over the computer and goes, yes, this is just Airman First Class Tully here. I'm just sorting out the stock, the cupboard. The I don't think they call them cupboards in America. I think they call them... Do they? That sounding... I don't know who I'm talking to.
This is Heathrow.
This is Heathrow, or American
We
Heroes.
do have cupboards in America.
It's like closets, isn't it? They call it closets in America, isn't it?
Are you asking the person outside the door this?
No. This is out of character.
Tully, it's LaCroix. What are you doing in the closet?
I'm just sorting stuff out, just checking everything, just making an inventory.
Sure. Do you mind opening the door? Can I need you to look at something for me.
Yeah, sure. He turns off the machine, puts a cover over, and then opens the door.
You open the door. LaCroix standing there, and he's kind of, he looks a little agitated, and he's kind of holding up his gums, holding up his lip a little bit. He's like, do you mind just taking a look? Do my gums look like they're receding to you?
Is this really what you wanted to talk to me for?
I can't help. I can't get it out of my head. I caught my reflection in the canopy while I was working.
I mean, I don't know what your gums looked like before, though. So have you got a picture?
Do they look normal to you?
What do they look like?
They look fine. It doesn't look anything different.
No, I mean, they look like gums.
I feel like my teeth are falling out.
Really?
You ever have that feeling like your teeth feel like they're falling out?
Not really. No, I sometimes feel that my nails are falling out. Sometimes
nails. He looks at his hands. He's just immediately just starts like grabbing at his hands a little bit. And he's like,
Is everything?
oh, yeah.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. I'm just not feeling myself today. You know, I just. Do you think I'm going bald?
Have you ate anything funny or anything? Like, would you eat some more of that grits again from the sink?
Just sink grits, same as everybody else.
I know. If you eat anything other than the sink grits, that's when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Same food on the face.
That's our first T-shirt. It's just an advert for sink grits.
Sink grits.
Start your day right. Start your day with sink grits.
One hand, one fistful is all you need.
Yeah. Look, all right, sure. Make a stealth roll for me. It'd be a computer. It can be stealth or computer science, whichever is better.
I'm definitely going to make computer science because that's 60.
Okay,
so.
make a computer science check.
Oh, it's a 2 and a 6. 26.
26. You have remembered to turn off the speakers, and the closing down noise of Windows 98 plays silently under the cover.
Oh, good.
And does not let him know. LaCroix says, yeah, okay. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you in your middle of your work. I'll get back to it. I just got to look my best. You know, Steve, the delivery guy, is coming over next week, and you know Steve. Not that I'm into Steve or anything, but
yeah, no. Yeah, I guess he's kind of he's a cool guy.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just that Steve, cool guy.
Yeah,
it's just a cool guy. And he kind of nervously laughs and then goes off, and you can see him just kind of stop after a minute and just kind of looks into a mirror, and he's just kind of checking his hairline in his reflection. It's one of the panels as he goes back to work. Let's cut back over to Yeager and Piffkin, who are standing guard on the gate. What do the two of you talk about when you're just stood there on an empty road? Nothing coming either way. Well, how do you pass the time?
Pipkin, he doesn't mind listening. He's sort of like, he's sort of brooding and So he's probably asked Pete about some of his past exploits, some of the shit, the Vietnam stuff would be quite cool.
Yeah,
all that kind of just old ops and things. Because I'm sure that Pete's got a million stories.
I'm sure Pete as well doesn't mind talking about the various secrets that he has that he's not supposed to talk about. Just
he sounds like a sort of stick it to the man.
The things he found out in during the Gulf War and things like that. Things about Vietnam there you weren't supposed to hear about.
Vietnam? We weren't even in Vietnam. Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows that. Vietnam doesn't exist.
No.
There is no country of Vietnam.
It's actually a desert country, not a jungle country. It's all a cover-up.
It's just below Italy. It's actually between the heel and the toe of Italy.
Oh.
Country they call Vietnam. Full of sheep.
Sheep.
A
communist sheep.
The communist sheep of Vietnam. As you're talking, one of the trucks pulls up, and Airman First Class Robert Cantu climbs out. Cantu is the vehicle, is in charge of vehicle management. He's not really the quartermaster, but he's in charge of a lot of the supplies, and he's also known around the base as the guy you go to if you want to get stuff. He's a little shady. He kind of hops down as the two of you are on duty. He's like, Well, boys. Looks like you pulled the shit assignment, huh?
Yeah. That's what we did. Missing out on the big poker.
Yeah. Rough one tonight. I hear it's going to be a pretty good game. And a mage's playing, and from what I'm hearing, Otek's pretty pissed at him about not reading the fire report. Could be interesting.
Is that right?
I mean, they're difficult to read, those reports, because, fire and all. Yeah.
Hey, that's why they pay him the big bucks, huh?
Yeah, his ability to read.
I'm just,
No, I never trust a reader.
Never trust a reader. No, well, sometimes a reader can be trustworthy, but usually they're not.
Could be a sheep. Could be a commonest sheep.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about those communist sheeps?
Nah, I never heard about a communist sheep.
Plural of sheep being sheeps.
Yeah.
Where the communist sheep's from?
They're from the country that everyone else knows as Vietnam. But it's not actually Vietnam. It's actually off the coast of Sicily.
Vietnam is off the coast of Sicily?
That's right. It's one of those secrets they don't want you to know about. That and President Johnson's penis.
No way.
Way. You should see the size of that thing. It's minuscule. It's almost ironic. His name is Johnson. That's why he became president.
Goddamn. President Johnson's secret penis. No wonder they sent you here to forget about you.
Exactly.
You know about so many things.
They had to bury that penis.
It did. It didn't take a long time, considering it being so small.
Now look, I come here with a little offer. Wonder if you might be interested in a little business. I know it sucks to be stuck here on a Saturday night, so what if I were to tell you that there was a way for you to get out of the guard duty tonight?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, as it turns out, I know that Herrera has been rubbing the commander up the wrong way. The major's been real pissed at Herrera. Been pretty late on some of his assignments. He's just the kid's causing trouble. What can I say? He's just looking for a chance to kick him out of the poker game. Now, it just so happens that Herrera himself has been practicing a lot of poker. I think that's why the major is trying to get him out of the game. Herrera is supposed to be a pretty good player. So I think the major's just looking for a reason to kick him out of the game. Now,
okay.
And now, of course, myself, well, I happen to be having a meeting with the major about some some business soon. I'm thinking maybe I drop in that, some of the things that Herrera's been doing, some of the times he's been hanging around the vehicle compound, and see if we can tip him over, see if maybe we can get Herrera sent out here to take over on the guard duty. Maybe get you guys off. But, I mean, of course, he'll need a second person to do that, and I'd be willing to take that bullet from such friends as yourselves. You know, since we're such good buddies.
What's in this deal for you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm running a little low on cigarettes, you know.
I see.
I happen to have some friends here on the base who are looking to purchase some, and I just know, Yeager, that you've always got a couple of extra boxes in your lockup.
Maybe I do.
Well, maybe a box of those cigarettes finds its way over into my lockup, and maybe I go and talk to the major, see what I can do.
A box of cigarettes, eh? I think it's something I can handle. A box of cigarettes, one box for all of that seems a bit easy.
I mean, let's face it, we're going to clean up a poker and they can buy lots more boxes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, you see? Hey, it's a pleasure doing business with both of you.
Okay.
Remember, of course, if the major says anything, we never had a conversation like this, you know.
What conversation?
You're my kind of guy.
There we go, yeah, that's it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I understand that.
All right, I'm gonna go lead this conversation that we never had, and go for my meeting with the major. And hey, enjoy your card game tonight, both of you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
He smiles and he gets back in the truck and drives away. About an hour later, the truck comes driving back down, and in it is Cantu is driving it. Cantu is in the passenger seat, and it's being driven by Herrera. And the two of them hop out of the truck. Herrera looks furious. Cantu's like,
"What's up, boys?
What do you know? The major's changed his mind. Seems maybe out of sight, out of mind is forgiveness and all that. He seems like but Herrera and I Herrera's been a naughty boy. Me, I'm just a good soul. we're taking over the guard duty for.
Very
for the
kind, very
evening.
kind.
All right, that's
Yeah. With this Herrero, you're truly spoiling us.
Oh, incredible.
So
Herrera walks over and
so we check the firearm, present it. And it's just like this little cheeky
Same.
a wink and
Same.
a salute. It's like, see you later, boys. We're trying to win too much at poker.
Herrera snatches the rifle from you, Yeager, and just stares at you. And he's just like, "You behind this somehow."
I shrug.
He takes it.
Don't know what you're talking about. Just standing here and
Yeah, sure you don't. He, as you both get in the truck and start to drive away, and he just looks back and goes, "You watch yourself, old man."
Go fuck yourself.
You drive back to the base to take part in tonight's big poker game, where the stakes could not be higher. And we will find out how that goes next time on the Danger Files. Thank you very much, everyone. We will see you back here in a couple of weeks for the next part. Things are getting interesting. Bye.
Bye-bye.